There's another law they've broken. Then they get pulled over in a vehicle and have no driver's license. There's another law they've broken. Why, at that point, can our officers not turn them over to ICE? This is a foolish Operations Order 1.4.3 and must be changed. Citizens of Phoenix, until you get off of your duffs and quit worrying about American Idol and worry about the future of your children and their education, you're going to get exactly what you're getting now. So until you stand up and put your fist in the face of the city council and the mayor, nothing will change. But we're here today to tell you that we are going to demand change. Jack Harris must be released. We do not need Jack Harris in Phoenix, Arizona. He must go, and his position must be filled with somebody who's willing to do the job. Right now, I'd like to introduce a gentleman who's, I'm always proud to have on my side, Mr. Alex Gomez.
I just want to thank everybody for coming out this afternoon. It breaks my heart when I have to pick up the Republic newspaper or listen to the news that another officer in this great country and state and city has been shot. A few months ago, I was back in Wisconsin, where I'm originally from. 3 days before I left, a police officer from Kenosha was shot and killed by an illegal. He was shot 3 times in the face, and the reason this incident took place is because it was just a minor traffic stop. The chief of police in Kenosha had a news conference on television and said, what is it going to take for our politicians to finally put their foot down and execute the laws that we have to protect the citizens of this country? Now, just a little less than 2 months ago, another police officer is killed here in Phoenix, and then over the weekend, a police officer is shot. I plead to the politicians of this country to enforce the laws that have been passed down by our forefathers, to enforce these laws so that citizens can walk freely and safely through the streets of our country. I pray every night to Jesus Christ that our men and women that wear the police uniforms and badges are protected, because only they know what they're going to counter when they step out of their vehicles or walk the streets to protect citizens of this country. They're no different than the people that are fighting the battles in Iraq right now. As Americans, we have to put aside our lives for just a little while and thank these men and women that put on a badge, wear a gun, and say that, you know what, every night that the citizens of this country are asleep, we're going to make sure that they're protected. And we're going to make sure that our country isn't invaded. I've said a long time ago that we were invaded way before 9/11. Yeah. Way before 9/11. Yeah. And it's sad to say that we as Americans have less rights than those people that are coming here illegally. Yeah. It's shameful. When my father was living, who was a World War II veteran, he just passed away last November, he worked with a lot of Hispanics that were here illegally, and they would say, Mr. Gomez, we're not here to become citizens. We're not here to work within the system. We're here to take. And we're going to take everything we possibly can and take it back south to the border. Now, what type of individual would say something like this? You know, I don't have a problem with people come into this country as long as they come here illegally, they respect the laws, they salute our flag, and they abide by the rules that have been set forth by this country. That's all I'm asking, and I think that's all that anybody's asking. But unfortunately, the liberal media doesn't report the stories as need to be told. But the people that you see here, the people that have been speaking, they're all good Americans. They're not bigots. They're not racist. Because if they were, I wouldn't have anything to do with it. I'm proud to stand with these people. Anna Gaines, Albert, Buffalo Rick. They're all Americans. They fought for this country, they defended this country, and I feel just like the police officers that put their lives on the line day in and day out, our soldiers, we need to respect them as we respect that flag. Thank you, folks.
Thank you, Alex. Before we go today, are there any other members of USA that would like to say something? If not, in closing, I would like to say that if you want to see Phoenix become a safe city as it once was, it's time to call for the removal of Jack Harris from any position in the city of Phoenix. If the city council and the mayor can't do it, we'll replace them too. It's got to be done. Our laws must be enforced. Thank you all very much, and God bless America. Please stop into the city council chambers, sign a card, and give them your opinion. Let them know how you feel.
I'll say one more thing. Whenever you hear somebody say, those are racists, it's racism, tell them where to go, okay? It is not so. There are several of us here of brown skin, but we are Americans first, even with an accent, okay? Thank you.
Thanks, Anna!